welcome back to my channel. So in the conversation about YouTube niches, channel values is always conveniently left out. But channel values are really what make your content unforgettable. By the end of this video, you'll learn why channel values will not only help you jumpstart your channel, but also help you fall in love with content creation all over again. When I'm creating months worth of content at a time, the only thing that keeps me inspired is making sure that I'm in alignment with my channel values. When you're creating content for your channel, don't just niche down. Add channel values so that you can really help set yourself apart. What good is it being the 1000th YouTube channel that's talking about creating passive income and blowing up on YouTube if you sound exactly like everybody else in the space? You need to share your unique message, and the way that you do that is by sharing your unique values, because your values are not going to be the same as everybody else's. When you're thinking about all the reasons why you decided to start a YouTube channel, there's a good chance that you are actually inspired by some amazing content creators out there. Hey, Evelyn from the internet! And the way that they were able to make a connection with you is by sharing their unique personality. You can see their channel values infused all throughout their content. So do the same. They give their channel a personal touch. And this isn't done with just a logo or branding colors. This is done by talking about what it is you want to talk about, how you want to talk about it. Highlight the things that you're obsessed with. Highlight the things that you cannot stand. Highlight what you think people really need to hear. This is how the real you shines through. And letting the real you shine through is the best way that you can get more comfortable on camera and build connection. I know for me personally, it was very difficult trying to navigate this space of looking how I feel like I should look on camera versus actually just showing you this is who I am on camera. This is what I want to talk about. This is who I want to give this message to. It's really difficult, especially if you're used to always having this palatable persona that you have to use, especially at work, especially when you're interacting with white folks. But over time, you can get better and better at letting the real you shine through. But it's not easy, and it does take time. Choosing your top 2 to 3 values will not only change how you feel about creating your content calendar, but it'll also change the way that you feel about your own content. Now, how do you find your channel values? You Google them. Simple in theory, but not quite in action. So Google some ideas in terms of values, personal values, and then once you have a list of maybe like 50 or so, narrow it down to your top 25, narrow it down to your top 10, then your top 5, then maybe finalize 2 or 3 of them. And your channel values definitely aren't permanent. They're something that can evolve with you over time. But if you're being genuinely honest with the process, there's a good chance that most of them will probably stay the same for a long time. So what does this look like in action? Well, for instance, maybe you want to do a channel on personal finance, and one of your channel values is adventure. Maybe you want to teach personal finance through a vlog type style, or, interact with strangers and quiz them on their personal finance knowledge. Maybe you're into makeup and you want to do a channel about makeup, but you also really enjoy thoughtful discussion. So maybe while you're doing your makeup tutorials, then you can do social commentary or political commentary. I mean, these channels do exist. There are quite a few of them actually, and they're also really interesting and really insightful and entertaining. So definitely don't be afraid to think outside of the box. Use Google as a starting point to jumpstart your brainstorm, but then don't be afraid to experiment and think outside the box in terms of what you think your channel values are. There are no right or wrong answers, but you really have to ask yourself, will you be comfortable talking about this in this way for years? You really have to think about it in terms of years, because if you're trying to build on a social media platform, it takes months to build momentum, to start getting engagement and start building a following. So you really have to start thinking, can I talk about this or do this, create this type of content for 6 months at a time and never get sick of it? Talk about it over and over and over again. So think about that, because that will really put things into perspective for you. Or if you have like a handful of channel ideas and you really can't decide between them and they're all pretty different, Say, for instance, you could do a channel on law or fashion or business, who knows? I would recommend trying to find the ways where they intersect and not being afraid to combine niches. Plenty of channels do this, and it's really cool, and it's a great way to be unique. It's a great way to create content that'll really resonate with people, that's actually real and shows us who you are. The internet needs more real content. I love real content. I'm at the point now in my journey where if you don't cuss or point out BS in your content, I don't want nothing to do with you. But again, I cannot emphasize the need to create real, authentic, genuine, unforgettable content and not address the fact that it's hard. It is really hard, especially for Black women and women of color, because we're used to showing a palatable self to basically survive in the everyday world. So it is really difficult to come out of that shell, to come out of that created safe space and put yourself out there vulnerably on the internet. So I definitely cannot go without saying that it's hard. It takes time. It is an ongoing process. And the best way that you can work through that is to join up with community, to be able to get support and to get encouragement, to help you get better and better at doing what you want and showing up how you want to. Because we deserve to do what we want and show up how we want to. And anyone who disagrees with that can go kick rocks. Be blocked and blessed. Happy 2020. But seriously, unforgettable content is real content that creates connection. And we need way more Black women YouTubers out there who are more comfortable being themselves and talking about what matters to them most. Because honestly, that's how you'll build your tribe. And then members of your tribe will create tribes of their own, and then it'll go on and so on and so forth until we're all just thriving and tapping into the power of community. And that would be really freaking cool. But it starts with you. So let me know in the comments below if you are ready to start building that tribe. All right, you know the drill. If you like this video, be sure to like, share, subscribe, and let me know in the comments below. And if you're ready to start your YouTube journey with community and zero BS, I literally just had a free masterclass on the key to compounding views on YouTube, so be sure to grab your free access in the description box below. Or just sit tight and check out one of these videos over here. I'll see you there. Bye.